Hi, welcome back to Slow Motion Magic. My name is David, and I know from appearances it might look like I'm just phoning it in today, but I have a good excuse to be shooting from poolside. It's 108 degrees outside, but it's almost hotter than that inside because my air conditioning broke. Apparently it's too hot for the repairman to go on the roof until tonight, so we're shooting poolside. What we have today is the second installment of 7 from the Conjuring for a Cure video, which we recorded from our stage performance. This is going to be Steve Silverman, an amazing magician, fantastic sleight of hand, and I know you're going to enjoy it. If you missed the show, make sure to catch all 7 parts to our series, and if you still like to make a donation to the Michael J. Fox Foundation, there's of course a link below. So we'll see you next week on Slow Motion Magic.
And if you like what you see in any of the videos, please make sure to remember that you can like and subscribe at any time. I forgot to do this earlier. I had to come back and say you can also feel free to share the video if there's anything that you feel like someone else might like or be inspired by.
I don't need these fancy tables here. I am self-contained. The Winnebago of magic. Well, thank you all for coming out today and for your donations to this wonderful cause. Give yourselves a little round of applause. So let me start out with a little something with two identical pieces of rope. Okay? And what, is there a problem here? Hey, I'm from New York. Now, actually, these are identical. They don't look identical, but they're made out of the same exact cotton fibers. I just paid less for this one. But if it's identical you want, if it's length you want, let's see if we could bring the ends together like so and give it a little bit of a stretch like that. And then where we have to be. Thank you very much. But you see, if I tie these two ropes together, would you say I had one long rope? Who would disagree with me on one long rope, huh? You would.
Well, there's 4 ends.
Well, there's 4. Well, you know what? Let's get rid of 2 of the ends, because we don't really need the knot. It is one long rope. One long rope, okay. Now, speaking of knots, let me share with you the first knot I ever learned. That's called a single overhand knot. Looks like a pretzel. Now, you know you can't get a knot like that out unless you pull the end through the loop, right? I'll do it using sleight of hand. I will treat this little pretzel right here like a coin. Place it in my hand like so, and I was going to say hold your applause, keep it for the end, but that's okay. I'll take it whenever I get it. All right, well, if you like the single overhand knot, then I think you'd like the double overhand knot even a little bit better. It's a pretty knot, wouldn't you say? It's pretty useless, as you can see. Unless you're making a lowercase g. Okay, hey, how about a 9, huh? A 10? I have no idea what to do now. No, I do actually. I'm going to make a triple overhand knot. The triple overhand knot. That's 1, 2. The triple overhand knot, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? Well, it's great. It's a great knot because it leaves you where you were a few moments ago with one long rope, a lovely audience, and I thank you for your kind attention. Now, you guys in the back, can you see my fingers? Now, if you'll notice, I rolled my sleeves up just so you can see my tacky lining for my jacket. But I want you to make sure I'm not using my sleeves. I'm going to do a little sleight of hand magic for you, okay? Now, people in my family have said, Steve, if you could turn a white piece of paper into a green piece of paper, I've got my own money printer, huh? then why bother doing magic, right? Well, you see, I've had a long-term love affair with sleight of hand magic. I always like to start out clean hands. I scrub my hands with 20 Mule Team Boraxo hand soap. Before I get out there, I just give my hands a nice stretch like that, get the blood flowing. I have to do all that before my very first trick. Excuse me. That's my very first trick. Now, in case you missed it, I'll do it again. It's just a coin. Actually, sometimes when you make that coin disappear like that, it's gone. But you have to bring it back, don't you? You have to bring it back. I'll do it using your imagination. You see, it's an imaginary coin. I'll give it a squeeze like that. Now you should be able to see it. Can you see it? No. But once you got to use your imagination. Yeah, can you see the coin from back there? Well, thank you very much. Can you see it from the back? I just want to make sure you can. Very important. Because you see, just making a coin disappear can lead to complications. Like for instance, what do I do now? But it's always good to have a spare. But sometimes when I don't have a spare, and I just don't care, I have to improvise. Oh, I just do that for the kids. They like the silly magic. You guys like the silly magic? Yes, don't you? Excuse me. Okay. I like silly magic. What can I say? You know, but when I don't want to pull coins out of my nose, I don't want to improvise and pull my thumb off my hand. What I do is I make the coin invisible. See, that's an invisible coin. Can you see it from back there? It's completely invisible. No muss, no fuss, because the coin never left my hand. Thank you. All right, so now I wonder if you all know the difference between sleight of hand and real magic? Okay, I'll show you. There's one. There's two. And there's 3 coins from nowhere. Now, was that sleight of hand or was that real magic? Who can tell me? Who said sleight of hand? You're absolutely right. Because if it were real magic, when I pull that second coin out of midair, you'd see both coins at the same time. That's how I know. In fact, what I'm thinking is that if it were real magic, you'd see all 3 coins at one time. There you have it. 3 coins from nowhere. The 3-coin trick, as we call it. Let me get each of these 3 coins airborne at once. This one's going to take the north wind up to the top. This one will take the westerly wind, and this one, like the stock market, up and down. The north wind is going to plant this coin in my hand, and that westerly wind is blowing really hard these days. There we go. 3 coins. Back in my hand. Thank you. Now, I'm going to step down here and hand these coins out. Please check these coins out. Make sure that these coins are, in fact, real. Okay. She's closer. Okay? They're real silver coins, as mentioned. Nothing weird. As the orchestra is tuning up. No, the orchestra is tuning the instruments right now. So I'm going to do a classic for you in magic using 3 coins and a silk handkerchief. I hope you like it. Gotta wait for it. Well, that was the easy part, my friends. The hard part is getting that money back. for the music to end. Well, thank you very much. That was called Silk and Silver, invented by a magician by the name of Guy Vernon at the Magic Castle. Some of you, I got to compliment this Chabad. You guys have more magicians per capita than any other shore. So somehow I could feel the weight, the ghost of coins that I've used in the past. There's one. It's the ghost. They leave an impression of the silver. That's look, there's another one there. That's two. But wasn't that three? Three. Indeed. 3 points. There we go. And take my word for it. That's the real deal, my friends. All right. Thank you so much. All right, one more for you. Oh, God, I'm getting too off this stuff. This magic stuff here. Now, who does email? Everybody has email here, right?
No.
What? No, come. Well, you will. Trust me, you will. And a message, a reply on an email, you create a thread, right? So we think in threads, we multi-threading software. I mean, you know, when I grew up, things were a lot more simple. I mean, this was thread. This was thread. We had thread on a spool just like that. So I wrote a little poem about thread. Why? Because I have no life. But life is like a piece of thread, resonating through the years. Resonates our laughter, and yes, my friend, our tears. Now the twists and turns that life can take can tear that thread apart, can turn us upside down inside, can even break our hearts. Ain't funny, don't laugh. Look at that, the humanity. But if you believe in miracles, and friends, you know I do, I'll roll these up into a ball and hang them here. It's true. Now watch the magic happen as they blend back into one, restoring all that laughter, the happy times and the fun. And my friends, if you like that, I hope you did, because I'm done. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Take care.